Others are going to be introduced throughout the program, but now it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Dean of the Ohio University Zanesville campus, Dr. James Fonseca.
Thank you, Dr. Bunches. And we hear a lot these days about how we all need more exercise. And actually, Dr. Bunches just gave you some by having you stand. And I'm going to continue that a little bit. I'm going to ask our graduates to bear with me while I give them a little more exercise, while I ask you to let us get to know a little bit more about you as a group. So let me do this. This is of our graduates now. Let me ask you to stand if you have children. Okay, please be seated. Now, let me ask you, how many of you are the first generation in your family to complete a college degree? Would you stand if you received some type of scholarship, financial aid, or tuition waiver? Now, just a couple more questions. Would you stand if you are now or have ever been married? Now, here's one for you. How many of you worked while you were in college? Stay standing for a moment, and I want those of you to, some of you will sit down, but I want you to stay standing. If you, while you've got your college degree, if you pretty consistently either worked more than one job or worked 30 or more hours a week. Thank you. I congratulate you on your achievements that are all the more well-deserved because you persevered while raising children and taking care of parents and spouses while working, many of you, as we just saw, full-time or close to it. And you are now the typical college students of Ohio. We often hear the distinction made between traditional and non-traditional students. And that means that traditional students are those in their teens or early 20s who are not married, they have no kids. And they often live in college dorms or residences. In Ohio, even 20 years ago, about 2/3 of the students, of college students, were traditional students by these measures. Now the balance has shifted, and you are the traditional student now. The typical student in Ohio, the majority of students, have the characteristics of what we used to call non-traditional students. And we saw those about working and being married and having kids and so on. Ohio University Zanesville, along with the other 23 branches of universities or regional campuses in Ohio, and the 21 community and technical colleges serving commuting students, represent the future direction of education in Ohio. And we are a great bargain. Our tuition is about $4,600 annually, and even not counting the fact that many of our students receive some form of tuition waiver or scholarship, a student who completes their degree in 4 years can earn a college degree for less than the price of 1 year at many traditional institutions. Indeed, less than $19,000 in tuition for 4 years is pretty much less than the price of a mid-sized car. And this coming year will mark 4 years in a row that the regional campuses of Ohio University have not raised their tuition. We fully believe in and we are fully participating in the governor's, what he calls the 30-mile promise of continuing to expand the availability of bachelor's degrees to every Ohio resident. It's a daring plan with a lot of foresight. Most states are resting on their laurels after after in the 1960s and 70s. Many states, in fact most states, established 2-year open admissions community colleges within commuting distances of their state population. But Ohio is going one better and upping the ante, basically. Ohio is going to be basically locating 4-year baccalaureate degrees within commuting distances of all residents of Ohio. And Ohio will become one of only a handful of states who are planning to do this. Those that do it already tend to be small states like New England states where the commuting distance is very small anyway. So this is going to be quite an achievement for Ohio. Despite the wonderful economy of regional campus education in Ohio, I trust that we have prepared you well for your futures. In fact, I'm confident that we have prepared you well. You leave us with a degree from a university that is often ranked among the top 50 or 60 public universities in the United States. You will receive the identical diploma and transcript that those participating in commencement tomorrow in Athens will receive, and maybe some of you are planning to go there. And I know you are well prepared for your futures because almost all of you have degrees in professional areas in fields such as nursing, early childhood education, middle childhood education, business, criminal justice, healthcare administration. And as we expand our baccalaureate offerings, we hope to add additional professional degrees, perhaps such as those in social work and applied management. These are degrees that will serve our area of Ohio and will help promote the economic development of our region. I also know we've prepared you well because almost all of you have had the opportunity to practice your future professions through internships, practica, and clinical experiences where you have learned firsthand through direct experience in the workplace. Nursing students, of course, are in a hospital or clinical setting basically every single quarter. And so are most education majors. Gone are the days when the first time a future teacher stepped into a classroom was during student teaching in their senior year. Our education majors are now constantly in the schools getting first-hand experience. Our health service administration degree requires 2 substantial off-campus experiences, a practicum and an internship. And our Bachelor of Technical and Applied Studies degree requires a substantial hands-on group project. So I could go on, but you get the point. And I know we send you out well prepared because you have been trained by faculty who are first class. Over here on my right, almost all have PhDs or the terminal degree in their field. They are not only excellent teachers, but also published scholars in their field. And I trust we have served you well by giving you a variety of innovative class formats that have helped you earn your degrees despite your busy schedules. I'm sure, for example, that if I had asked you to stand if you had taken a course via distance learning, either by an interactive video system or a Blackboard course on the web, I bet that almost all of you would have stood up as well. And I'm pleased that the Zanesville campus remains a leader in distance learning because our campus alone offers as many distance learning courses as all the other 4 branches of Ohio University combined. So, you are the future of Ohio. We have prepared you well. We have offered you the opportunity, but it was you who rose to the challenge, accepted that opportunity, and persevered. You will find a job. Trust me, the economy will improve. The economy is improving daily, and you will be ready. You will find a job that will make you proud, will make your parents, your children, and your spouses proud as well. I wish you the best of luck, and again, congratulations on your great achievements despite all the challenges you have faced.
Thank you, Dean Fonseca. I forgot somebody, and I know a lot of you wouldn't be here with that. Jason? I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce Jason Howard. He's our director Director of Student Services here. Okay, he didn't notice, so never mind.